Hey there, Michael Church with crawlspaceninja.com, and I thought I would share with you some information about whole home dehumidifiers. Eric recently wrote an article about 6 places that you should install a whole home dehumidifier, and we may expand on that a little bit, but let's go ahead and get started. If you get a chance, I'm going to put a link to that blog down in the description. But obviously, we are the Crawl Space Ninjas, so the first place we're going to talk about installing a dehumidifier is going to be in your crawl space, right? So a lot of people don't realize this, but controlling humidity actually could help your air conditioner perform better. It prevents overcooling. It helps to reduce high humidity in homes. Dehumidifiers do where shorter air conditioner run times fail to remove enough moisture for optimal comfort. And basically what that means is you got these really high SEER rated heating and air units that do what's called short cycling. So if they're not running long enough, then they do not tend to pull enough moisture out of the air, because part of what the AC does is pulling moisture out of the air as it cools the air. So if you got a really efficient unit, you may notice your humidity, your relative humidity spiking inside the house, which can obviously cause mold and different things to get going. So one of the first things you can do if you have a crawl space is install a dehumidifier, just a freestanding dehumidifier down in the crawl space. And by lowering the humidity inside the crawl space, it should begin to lower the humidity inside the rest of the house. So if we put it either here or in the basement, those are going to be great places for your dehumidifier. Another place that's a little strange for some people is the freestanding garage. Humidity out there can get spiked. In our neighborhood, for example, we see a lot of people leave their garage doors up. I assume that's to let the pets go in and out, but the problem with that is that on a hot, humid day, you're letting in a lot of heat and humidity into the garage, which can actually affect the rest of the house, believe it or not, especially if you share attic space with the garage. So controlling humidity in the garage is also a great idea. Many homes will have their heating and air unit out in the garage, so you can actually duct the dehumidifier to control the humidity inside the garage, as well as possibly the rest of the home through the HVAC system. So that's another good place to go. Inside the home, the heating and air unit, you can hook up the dehumidifier to actually do the entire unit. If we'll go over here to this diagram real fast, this shows the dehumidifier hooked up to the heating and air unit, so that way the dry air is distributed throughout the heating and air unit. And the nice thing about the Aprilaire is it comes with the collars that just come standard with the Aprilaire 1830 and 1850s. So if you decide you want to duct the unit into the heating and air unit, you can do that without any extra expense, other than perhaps a 10-inch insulated ducting, which you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's and things of that nature. So if you're concerned about the whole house, the Aprilaire 1830 and 1850 are fantastic at inline humidity control through the HVAC system. As you can see here, the 1830 does 70 pints per day, and the 1850 does 95 pints per day. So depending on how big the house is, this also shows the dimensions of those dehumidifiers. Very, very easy to install if you're wanting to do it yourself. They're also Energy Star rated, weigh about 67 and 70 pounds respectively. They got the 5-year warranty on them. The other cool thing about those units is you can hook them up. The model 8620, which is right here, this will actually hook up to your AC unit if you want to control the heating and air unit with the 8620 thermostat, as well as it'll control the dehumidifiers, and they are Wi-Fi capable, so that way you can control the humidity and the temperature of your home from your smartphone. So these are available on our DIY page. Now, you may need to get a local heating and air contractor to install this for you. This is not an easy install because of all the wiring, and if you got a dual fuel system or gas or whatever, it may get pretty complicated trying to install this on your heating and air unit. But you can, of course, get these off of our website. That'll hook directly to the 1850 and 1830 dehumidifiers. So let's go back to our blog just for a minute. A couple other places you can install. Obviously, we talked about the crawl space, the basement, and the garage, and in your whole house. A couple other places are the closets of your home. If you got a good size house, that's got really large closets, especially one that maybe is close to the bathroom. Having a dehumidifier control that humidity is a great idea. In a pool room, which isn't listed here, is another great place. Pool rooms or mud rooms are notorious for having a lot of high humidity and moisture and things like that. So those are also great places to install dehumidifiers. And lastly, a great place is the attic. If you are concerned about air coming in, especially if you're in a humid environment like the South, and you got a lot of attic ventilation, sometimes the attic will pull in a lot of moist air, and you can install these dehumidifiers in the attic as shown right here. They actually hang, and the condensate pumps that are used in these attic installs can actually be designed to shut the dehu off if the condensate pump fails, because you don't want to put a dehumidifier up in your attic and then have issues. Now this one has the dehumidifier installed in a sealed attic, or an encapsulated attic as we like to call it. So anyway, those are some great places to install a whole home dehumidifier. And if you let us know below if you've installed a dehumidifier in a place I did not mention, we'd love to hear how that turned out. My name is Michael Church with crawlspaceninja.com, and we hope you make it a happy and blessed day. Thank you so much for watching.